Last chances and Strom Wagner were no strangers. He had dispensed a few in his 21 years with the Nazi Party, but today, being on the receiving end, was a novel experience. The urgent communiqué from the German embassy in his hand made it clear that Brigadeführer Jost, the chief of foreign intelligence for the Sicherheitsdienst, had reached his tipping point. By failing to sink a yacht and assassinate Brazil's president 15 days ago, Strom had failed his primary mission as ambassador. He did not fracture diplomatic relations between Brazil and the United States, or stop an American naval base from being built in the strategic coastal town of Natal. His childhood friendship with Jost no longer mattered. Strom's neck would be in a noose if he was unsuccessful again. He swirled the ice cubes in his cocktail, admiring the brandy's dark umber hue, and brought the glass to his nose. The inviting scent of oak, spices, and a hint of chocolate made him take one more sip. The harmonious blend of vanilla and caramel balanced the alcohol's subtle bitterness, adding to its smoothness. Swallowing, he grappled with the prospect that he might not get to finish his prized bottle before his luck ran out. Strom pushed from his leather desk chair and glanced out his study's west-facing window, where his last chance awaited him. The sun had nearly completed its slow descent behind the jungle treetops on the horizon, which meant preparations for tonight's critical test flight were underway. After returning the glass to its proper place on his credenza, he smoothed the flaps of his tailored linen jacket and walked to his newly built hangar. The smell of petrol fumes and machinery grease was particularly hardy in the evening's warm, humid air. An intricate grid of lights strung from the rafters illuminated welders and machinists scampering around the latest plane being built. The whirring sound of compressor drills punctuated the frenzied pace his teams had to maintain. They were ahead of schedule in manufacturing engines and fuselages, but issues experienced during 2 previous test flights threatened to eat away the production days they had banked. As the pilots visually inspected the aircraft, its designer caressed the fuselage and whispered to its metal hull as if it were a lover. Creatives who treated their designs like their children were commonplace after dedicating endless hours to their birth. Still, Reinhard Hoffmann, Germany's most well-respected aeronautical engineer, took his attachment to an odd level. Of all the engineers Berlin could have sent for this project, Strom supposed Hoffmann was his punishment. His string of failures had started with Heinz Baumann losing Carl James and his list of spies. Whichever side located those rosters first would undoubtedly have the upper hand.